I just want to give you my sincerest thank you for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you who continue along this journey into 2025, as I consider you all my friends, and I feel like I'm amongst my friends here while I'm putting out these updates and these lives. So I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Just give me 2 minutes to set this up. As you know, it just takes about 60 seconds to 120 seconds, depending on how quickly YouTube lets me do this. It just helps me set up my live in the proper fashion so I can see it on my phone as well as on my tablet. But today we've got a doozy here. Not just do we have to go over the XRP charts, but we're going to talk about Ripple, well, XRP, XLM, and IOTA. How they, and obviously IOTA's with Forge Alliance, but how they're ready to disrupt $1 billion crypto market with potential Swift integration. So that's going to be something big. I mean, I wanted to talk about this yesterday, but with all the stuff that we talked about with the Visa, the $50 trillion Visa partnership and all the connections for Ripple and XRP, you know, I could only do so much. We were doing it for over an hour, but today, I assure you, this is going to be just as lit as yesterday with the information, and this is going to be something you're all going to want to pay attention to. We also have to pay attention to the XRP chart, because the whales, this is the other part of this. I've got another thing I want to share that we're going to discuss, is I want to see everybody's opinion, or maybe we can shed some more light together. The whales seem to be buying into this accumulation phase very heavily. Another 360 million XRP was bought by the whales, but it's something deeper than that, and I didn't share it in my updates yet today. This is something different, so we're going to go over that. So I appreciate the patience. I've got everything pulled up. So without further ado, I'd like to get into the intro as well. The other thing is together, we're going to get on the IOTA chart, the Binance chart, and we're going to set it up together. I cleared it out, and we're going to do it together so that we can see exactly what we need to set up for IOTA as well. So, good mid-afternoon, 3:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Thursday, June 29th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So there's a few things we need to talk about, especially today. One, I would love to go over this crypto power trio, the Ripples, XRP, Stellars, XLM, and Forge Alliance's IOTA, ready to disrupt $1 billion crypto market with potential Swift integration. And this is something that's not been heavily discussed, so we're going to touch into that. We're going to talk about how the XRP whales anticipate monster bull move on a Ripple win against SEC as coin accumulation escalates. So we're going to look at the longer term outlook here as well. And then obviously we're going to get into the chart. So the first thing I want to do is we'll bounce in and out real quick. I want to say hi to everybody, if anybody. So 35 people, I really appreciate that. Wow, already 35 people in here. We just started. Make sure you hit that like button, as we have 20 likes. That will greatly help push this through the analytics, and more people can see this. So first and foremost, let's just take a look at XRP real quick. It's at 4747. So we'll get deeper into the charts, but right now where XRP's at the 4747 level, we have to get back over the top of resistance at 477 and ultimately push up and out of the 508 level. That'd be a short-term reversal. If we get a rejection at 477 and start coming back down, lose the 471 and ultimately the 462, now we're coming down to the 44 cent line. That's the inverted head and shoulders neckline. So right now, we're kind of in a tricky area. So let me say hi to everybody, and let's get into this, because this is some good information. If you're watching this after, as I anticipate most people who watch my content will see it after the live, this is something to pay attention to. So when they're trying to push you off of your XRP, when they're not telling you, especially the influencers with XRP, only dog and the pony, or the only trick in town basically is XRP, they're not telling you the whole truth. So if there's anything and everything you can learn from me, is that if you own XRP, yes, that's fantastic. I own 10,000 plus tokens. But also, with the 1-to-1, you have to own XLM, which is 10,000 tokens. And as I'm going to read to you here, you're going to see the importance of XLM, and it's only at 10 cents right now. Yes, it's not around 6 cents where we bought it, or I bought it, or if you've been watching. But that doesn't mean it's out of range. We just need to watch the proper levels. We also have IOTA, which is also part of this. If they get integrated on the Swift network, this is going to be huge, and this is something that's not talked about. So don't always just pay attention to the XRP price. That's not the bottom line right now. The bottom line here is I put so much attention on it in the bull market because we had to be out for the bear market. But now we're accumulating. We don't need to be selling and buying and selling. I didn't buy it to sell at 48 or 46 or 56. I didn't buy it again at 34 or 35 cents after waiting almost 2 years after selling it at $1.66. That's not why I did it. Yes, it helped the average a little bit because I was at 47 cents and now I'm at 34 and a half or 35. But that wasn't the motive. So, when we're talking about this, I don't know if anybody's seen this. 43 people watching, 25 likes. I would greatly appreciate if you hit that like button. Let me say hi to everybody, all my friends real quick. White Lotus, welcome in. Tom's Army, indeed. And if you get anything out of this, I would love to see more people in Tom's Army. I see quite a bit in here right now. Probably about 45 or 50% of the board right now. I would love to see more people. Jason, welcome in. Good afternoon. Chance, welcome in. John Carter, welcome in. Hey brother, tacos are almost ready. I'll show you a pic when it's on the car. Have a great day, my friend. Oh, awesome, John. I appreciate that greatly. G is for let's go XRP. Indeed, my friend. At some point, it's gonna happen. It's just we have to do it properly, and we can't speculate. You know, so we're just gonna watch the charts. We're gonna look at the news. We're gonna look at some of the integrations day by day. And yes, I say hi to everybody. That's just what I do. Darren, welcome in, mate. I hope you're doing well, my friend. John Hall, good afternoon, my brother. Infamous, good day, sir. John Carter, the decal. Yep, I got you. My friend. Sean Crothers, my main man from Maine, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Says hello to the TFAM. Roger, welcome in. I appreciate it. No problem, my friend. And come on in, welcome in. Appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm amongst all my friends. So, make sure you hit that like button, though. 28 people, or 47 watching, 28 likes. I think we can do a little better, but that's the last time I'm going to say that for a while. You can always send a super chat if you want and you don't want to hit the like button, or join Tom's Army. Crypto Power Trio, Ripple's XRP, Stellar, XLM, and Forge Alliance's IOTA ready to disrupt billion-dollar crypto market with potential swift integration. So the top 3 crypto payments, and I want to know in the chat, has anybody heard of this yet? Have you seen anything on this, or is this the first you're hearing of it? Just out of curiosity. So the top 3, yes, White Lotus, hit that like button. Mark Caston, welcome in. Where was I at? Oh, the top 3 crypto payment-oriented protocols, Ripple, Stellar, and IOTA, have formed an alliance. Listen, have formed an alliance with the partnership and potential swift integration. Brighter days lie ahead for payment via blockchain. So why are we... XRP Ripple needs XLM and IOTA and some of these other ones just as much as it needs them. They need it. It all runs formulated. So, hey, welcome in, Puentes. I appreciate this. Let's get the crash on the way so we can get over it and keep moving. Hey, you never know. That crash is 50-50 for a reason. All this news is coming in, and if the whales keep moving it up, you know, the thing is we're pushing closer and closer to September. We're about to be July. September's not that far away now. There's no reason to not start forging ahead here and, you know, understanding that we're in an accumulation phase, and that means at any given time it can start to break out as well. Because we are finishing a corrective wave, and if XRP holds it, it's going to be interesting. No problem, Roger. So, let's read this. The crypto sector has seen tremendous growth in recent years, with various digital currencies vying for dominance. Ripple, XRP, Stellar, XLM, and IOTA have emerged as key players, each with a unique value proposition. Seriously, everybody, do you own XLM and IOTA? Please tell me you own the 3 X's with XLM, XRP, and XDC. Remember, I always talk about if XRP is just like a nefarious actor, you have to make sure you have the 3 X's with XLM and XDC, but also the Internet of Things and the ISO 20022 tokens, just so you can cover yourself. I don't believe XRP is a nefarious actor. I believe it makes this whole thing go round. These 3 blockchain projects have joined forces to form an alliance that has the potential to revolutionize the multi-billion-dollar crypto market. With possible integration with SWIFT, a global financial messaging network, this alliance could pave the way for widespread adoption and drive significant disruption. Their involvement in the ISO 20022, an internationally recognized standard for electronic data exchange between financial institutions, further strengthens their appeal. ISO 20022 compliance is highly valued in the financial industry as it provides a smooth and consistent communication across various financial systems. While Stellar and IOTA fought for ISO 20022, Ripple has been a member of the organization since 2020. As previously reported, Ripple, Stellar, and IOTA's participation in ISO 20022 opens the door for integration with SWIFT, the world's most commonly used global financial messaging network. SWIFT facilitates the secure communication and settlement of transactions between thousands of banks around the world. Integration with SWIFT will allow these blockchain initiatives to benefit from the network's extensive reach and infrastructure, enabling frictionless cross-border transactions and increasing their user base. The power trio Ripple, Stellar, and IOTA. Ripple has established itself as a leading provider of blockchain solutions to financial institutions around the world. XRP, as its native cryptocurrency, aims to simplify cross-border payments, enabling fast and cheap transactions. Ripple's collaboration with major banks and financial institutions has given it legitimacy and confidence within the traditional financial sectors. Similar, and this is where you can learn a little bit more, Stellar, an open source platform, aims to promote fast cross-border transactions and bridge the gap between existing financial systems and blockchain technology. Stellar's native currency, XLM, is crucial in supporting cheap and fast transactions, making it an attractive option for consumers and institutions seeking seamless cross-border transfers. On the other hand, IOTA deviates from the typical blockchain architecture by adopting a proprietary technology known as Tangle. And I understand, everybody, this isn't going to be the most sexiest update, but I'm telling you, the last couple of days is some of the most important information you can see. Don't you want to know why you own this stuff and why you should own some of the other ones you might not be thinking of and why they're so high up on my list? Which was created specifically for the Internet of Things. Remember that keyword, the IoT that I always talk about? Enables secure and convenient microtransactions between computers and devices. This makes IOTA a promising solution for enabling a machine-to-machine economy. Man, if this light would ever turn green, this thing would be gone. Where devices can transact and share data autonomously. Overall, the integration of Power Trio with SWIFT can significantly reduce transaction costs associated with international payments. The elimination of middlemen and the use of digital currencies will result in lower fees, benefiting individuals sending remittances and businesses conducting cross-border transactions. And they're wrong. So let me catch up in the comments. I don't even think I really need to catch up. Actually, I don't think it was updating it on there. Okay, let me pull it back up. Okay, so it was not updating it. So Kyle, I appreciate you being here, my friend. Come on in. No, I have XRP, XLM Quant, HBAR, and DigiByte. XLM need decent wallet, so maybe soon. Excellent to hear you guys are actually open and you understand what's going on to this. So I welcome everybody in. We have 53 people in here, 39 likes. Make sure you hit that like button, as it will greatly help push my cause. It really will. The more people that see you liking it and YouTube seeing you liking the algorithm, it really does help push me through the analytics, and that's not a joke. So let's continue here. So because that cement truck was trying to turn, let me reread this part. Overall, the integration of the Power Trio with SWIFT can significantly reduce transaction costs associated with international payments. The elimination of middlemen and the use of digital currencies will result in lower fees, benefiting individuals sending remittances and businesses conducting cross-border transactions. Happy 4th of July from Kalamazoo. Oh, right, you're right near me, just a few hours away. I'm over in Clawson, Oakland County. SWIFT integration could enable near instantaneous cross-border transactions, eliminating the current delays caused by intermediaries and complicated settlement processes. This will greatly benefit individuals, businesses, and financial institutions, reducing costs and improving operational efficiency. And remember what I used to say, SWIFT is not our enemy. We're looking to take over SWIFT. That means that they're going to have to integrate Ripple. And now look, they've integrated Ripple, Stellar, and then also with IOTA, they've also integrated them. And that's another huge part of this. So just pay attention with this. And it also shows how they've collaborated. So Forge Alliance's IOTA, but I believe that all three of these are in collaboration, and it's speaking to it as much now. So this is huge. This is huge. So stay on top of this. Stay on top of this. That's what I wanted to share there. Crypto Solo Scrooge, or Crypto Scrooge, I sold. Crypto Scrooge, I sold algo for quant. Didn't fancy another 2-year core case, but I'll buy back. See, this is where I'm at. My purchases for algo that I was going to use, I'll probably, if I can find a way to get IOTA, we'll transition into that. It just makes it very difficult in the USA. I will tell everybody who's bummed about not being able to lever trade, I'm testing out a new place, a new exchange, but I'm not going to share it until, right now I'm in the customer service phase, so I'm faking that I have an issue, and I'm going to see how long it takes. So today's day one, so we'll see. But it has 100x leverage trading, and it has usability for the USA, and it has XRP. So, but I'm not sold on it yet until I can see customer service, so I won't even talk about it any further. So just know I'm trying to work on a better option here besides just Uphold. It's just a lot of exchanges are starting to turn their back on us. And then I wanted to get into this, but first I want to touch on the XRP chart, because I understand we're starting to get a little long here, 16 minutes already. XRP is at 4751, and I'll try to keep this as simple as possible today. Mark, H-bar is looking good again, bought back in, looks like bottom on daily, weekly. Yep, we've been buying at a good time. We bought the last 6 weeks in FOMO Friday, and we're almost at 6,000 tokens as a unit. Just doing $50 a week, 300 total bucks. So that was a spectacular thing. You work in Boston, Kyle. Algo ran the big names that work there. Trust me there. Oh, I know Algo is going to be huge. Trust me. I know it is. That's why I always say I would never buy ADA, because I'm going to buy Algo. So what's the point of having ADA? That's just always been my personal thing. So anyhow, with XRP, the 471, yeah, Polkadot could be, but it's more expensive. I'm looking for the ones that haven't quite taken off yet. So the first area of concern would be to hold the 471, which we're over. And then we have to get above the 477. Right now, this is just a common rejection at the 4-hour time frame. And to me, we're not showing any strength with volume right now. So if we do get rejected here, this has all the ability to come back down to 44 cents. Conversely, if we can get on top of 477 and start pushing up, we'd have to break 508 and start to make a reverse rally back up to 537 and hold for this pattern to shift over. Otherwise, this is still looking pretty bearish. Unless we can start breaking out and pushing some volume, we might still need to come to the inverted head and shoulders, the bottom of the broadening wedge, which I don't have it on there right now because it was just getting too messy. But we know 44 cents is the bottom of the broadening wedge. It's the inverted head and shoulders neckline. And that's where we more than likely have to come to. Now look, remember what I drew, like the little bit of a... Let me let this load up real quick. I don't know why it's taking so long. But I drew the all-time pattern. And I drew that little triangle over, the overextension on the triangle. And I said, this is actually how you could perceive this pattern with the breakout and then the calculated move that it could make. And now it's riding that. The importance of that is if it loses this, that's not just going to lose the 44 cent. That's down in here. That's why it has more room. That's the 432 support here on the corner. And you can see it on the short-term chart. But that could bring us back to the 2020 uptrend around 363, 366 if it came over here by second to third week of July. So we'll see what happens here. Right now, though, if we want to continue pushing up for XRP, we still have this inverted head and shoulders very much intact. Very much intact. And if this wants to play out properly and play this inverted head and shoulders pattern without giving way, you've already got this formation. You made the W. Now you come up here. Let's say it does ride this and it pops out. This is where you'd be looking to come up to. That would be your finishing move of this whole pattern. You're trying to come up there. But if you break down, obviously, if we break down and lose 44 cents, then we got to come to the 2020 uptrend at 36 cents. And I just showed you that uptrend. If you remember the numbers I just spoke of, once we let this load up, and you can already see an uptrend forming here. You can take a uptrend that was forming, but I'm trying to take it by level. You know, we've got the 2020 uptrend for the other pattern. So this one is more of like, let's look at the short term. So when in the short term, you can see that 462, 4407, the 432 we alluded to. And then remember that 36 cents? That would be on the bottom side of this. So if you broke down the bottom side, remember the 2021 uptrend, look at the importance. You come down here and you're on the bottom side of this breakout point, that would be a major loss in the pattern. It really would. That would be a complete breakdown of the pattern. That's why it's so important that we don't go back down there unless you want to go for lower lows. And I still believe there's a 50% chance we can go sub 20 with this current environment. But we have to get there if we're going to get there. But there's also been a significant opportunity to buy in at a reasonable price when it was 90% off at 30, or not just 28.5 cents, but I have a 34.5 cent average. So it's been a concerted effort. So that's XRP, XLM. And if you want to hear more than what I cover, you always feel free to send a super chat because there's just so much stuff going on that I can't keep up. I can, but I have to keep it in my own little formation. So XLM, we know it's in an ascending triangle pattern. It broke out of the falling channel, which you'll now see. So the ascending triangle pattern, we hit resistance up here, came all the way back down to the support on the uptrend, broke out of the channel perfectly, held that 8.7 support, and then we pushed up. At least that was the hold point, but it actually pushed up a little higher. But now the first target would be up here at 10.7. It looks like if it's forming a bull flag here, if it holds, the bull flag would actually bring you up to 11.5. So what would happen here if this pushes up and out? Let's say it does this. It would probably pull up here. It would just do one of these. Consolidation, boom. And then you would see, is this a consolidation or did that create a right shoulder to come back down? That's how you would know. So that is probably what's forming with XLM. It had a significant breakout. It had a golden cross in the 4-hourly. And then when you look into the daily time frame, it could have a bullish cross. It just had a bullish cross in the 20-day, crossing the 50 in the daily. So to me, this pattern's not over yet. This is just the beginning. This could come up to 11.4 before we know it. And then if it breaks that, you're starting to look at a farther breakout, but I don't want to speculate until we get there. So that's XLM. I hope everybody understands that. And then as you can see, IOTA, because one of them I was covering, they delisted it off of their exchange. So now I have to cover it on this one. But I'm going to put this right below XDC. Well, actually, yeah, right below XDC because of the collaboration with XLM and XRP when it comes to possibly being integrated on the Swift. So IOTA, as I promised, we'll do this together, and then I'll look at questions and I'll see if anybody's got anything left, to add, or so on and so forth. Oh, I've already done this for IOTA. What am I talking about? I forgot about this. This is the extension out now. But that was just a rough reference, though, for the past pattern. So that's really nothing. That's just a rough draft, so we can kind of see a 3D depiction of it. And then if you start falling or it becomes a lengthy consolidation, we'll just have to look at it. This is in the longer time frame, though, so I'm probably going to have to look at this in a different way. But I like to get the consolidation area when it starts to break down, so I'll show you what I'm trying to do. I actually have to move this. Oh, I deleted it. So if we do this, I would like to come up here besides the wick. We'll get it more towards the candle bottom. Well, not the bottom. The wick is at the bottom, but like the body of the candle, I should say. And then we got the W support there. So something like that is where I would like to draw that support, because it's going to be very hard to draw that support on this, what looks like a bear flag. Just like here, this is more interpretation here. Like you could say it's doing something like that, but I would rather keep it in line with what looks like, and that's not properly accurate yet. Hold on. Don't get too caught up with how it looks just yet. I would like to keep it like that because it's actually showing signs that it's in a falling channel, and if that's the case, this is either coming for consolidation, and then it's going to have a massive breakout on a reversal, because falling channels are bullish reversals at the bottom when they finally finish the pattern. Now, what could happen here, and I've seen this many times over the years, not just in crypto, but the stock market, get an over consolidation, all of a sudden, well, it can't drop that far, but an over consolidation, and then like you get something to the bottom, and then it just zooms out of here. So it has consolidated for a long time. Is this the point when it breaks up and out? If it is, you could get a lengthy consolidation back up, and if you break past 35 cents, and that's where you get these volatile spikes back up to 35 cents. Imagine you break 20 and then you're at 30 and then you possibly push up to 70 real quick. Well, that's a little high, but that's what would be forming here. You could be forming the classic rounding of the bottom for a big cup and handle. Are we getting ready to do something like that with IOTA? Let me know. I want to know. I want to know. So that's what I got for everybody with the technical analysis. And we'll talk about the whales with XRP in a second, but is that possible with XLM? Are we going to reverse out of this falling channel? I think it's in a falling channel. We could widen this out, but I think we could be in a falling channel here. And it's hit it nicely as we've been going. Now, we can forget on the bottom, I understand. We can forget this and just start it here and say that's how the channel was, just to get more accuracy. And I guess I understand that. So I go, I'll do it just so we have lower support. But understand, if we start to break down like that, and now we're looking at 7 cents. So that's my interpretation right now of IOTA. Hopefully everybody gets the same thing. Tiona. Wow, Tom, look at you, can't even announce the name. Oh, God, shut up. Thanks, guys, for remembering Bob. Tanya, welcome in. I am at work hiding in the bathroom. Hey, that's what we have to do sometimes. Come on in. I think we will pump whales by 300 odd million. They're expecting something. Fingers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fingers crossed. Indeed. 360 million XRP bought. And then this is just something, you know, we talked about. That I want to finish off with here. XRP whales. Whoops. Anticipate monster bull move on a Ripple win against SEC as coin accumulation escalates. So the recent volatility in crypto price has opened up enticing prospects for shrewd investors, specifically those who hold a significant amount of XRP to acquire additional coins. Tanya, I appreciate the dedication, love. I really do. Possible with IOTA, it really is crypto screws. I appreciate that. Come on in for the great breakdown. I greatly appreciate that. Just make sure you hit the like button, everybody. Oh, you know what? I apologize. 51 people watching, 50 likes. I will be darned if I solo out the 2 people that have not hit that like button. But 1 just came in, so they cannot be held responsible. Earlier today, renowned crypto analysts highlighted the unusual buying activity of XRP whales during the recent market dip. In a tweet, Martinez noted that despite XRP's price dropping by 12% between June 22nd and June 28th, and this will corroborate the article I read in my update earlier to talk about the 360 million XRP. But June 22nd to 28th, whales seized the opportunity and purchased a staggering 360 million XRP. Tokens equivalent to a substantial 170 million. Notably, the so-called whales are often seen as trendsetters in the crypto space, and their actions can influence market dynamics by acquiring such a significant amount of XRP during a dip. These whales are likely signaling their belief in a future price increase. This move may attract other investors and reinforce positive sentiment around Ripple and XRP. The gargantuan purchases comes just days after the pundit highlighted the correlation between previous price jumps in XRP and a spike in the number of active XRP addresses, which I talked about if you guys are familiar with in my XRP updates. If you're familiar with my channel, if you're watching this for the first time, you're probably not. But we drew the correlation of the last 3 times this happened. We had between a 22 and 40% pump. So something's happening. So the last 3 instances, XRP price jump were preceded by a spike in the number of active XRP addresses. So on-chain data from Sentiment has recorded a spike. They recorded on June 26th. So these developments send a clear message about investor confidence in Ripple's vision and its underlying XRP token. Ripple San Francisco, a blockchain-based payment company, has garnered attention for its potential to revolutionize cross-border payments. Recently, Ripple secured an in-principle approval of major payment institution license from Singapore, allowing it to offer regulated digital asset production and services and scale customer use of its on-demand liquidity ODL product. This and partnership with financial institutions can amplify the utility and demand for XRP, ultimately exerting the influence on its value. And remember, the SAP with the $50 trillion partnership with Visa, the SAP connection with Ripple and XRP. If you didn't watch the live yesterday, please go back and watch that hour and 6 minutes. We uncovered it from 2016 to 2018 and how they've been testing it for better than 7 years now. And now they got the $50 trillion partnership. So understand what's going on with XRP, Ripple, and some of the ones I've talked about here. So notably, the surge in Ripple and XRP interest can also be attributed to the optimism surrounding Ripple's ongoing legal battle with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, over the classification of XRP as a security. It is worth noting that Ripple's victories against the SEC, including the recent disclosure of the highly disputed admin documents, have been widely regarded as a substantial reinforcement of Ripple's arguments. I really appreciate 50 of you watching this. I know it's not the most appealing or most sexy, but this is stuff that has to get done, and I have to make sure everybody's transparent so you understand what's going on. So that said, the outcome of this case holds substantial importance as a favorable ruling for Ripple, could fuel investors' confidence and bolster the prospects of XRP as a prominent cryptocurrency. And then this is just kind of their outlook on this. From a technical standpoint, XRP has been experiencing a consolidation phase after encountering significant resistance at 55 cents. Nevertheless, when examining the hourly time frame, the trend appears promising as the price establishes higher lows, according to the crypto analyst known as Altcoin Sherpa. This suggests the need for patience until the resistance level is surpassed. And it's also formed lower lows simultaneously, which is known as a broadening wedge for anybody who doesn't know. And that's why we could be retesting the 44 cent area sooner rather than later, because that is the inverted head and shoulders neckline. And that's also the broadening wedge on XRP. The lower lows would be the 4th or 5th hit now on the broadening wedge. And that's how we'll leave it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna go through some of the comments, but I just want to show you the last clarification here that I was talking about. And the only reason I don't have it drawn out right now is because it was a space saver on my tablet, because everybody was just seeing too many lines. I have so many lines drawn. But I suppose if it were to break down, we're gonna have to have that last hit here if it happens. And it could be lower. That's the thing. If this broadening wedge plays out now, because of the consolidation phase, this could actually hit lower. And then what? What happens if it does hit lower? That's my question. What if this hits lower? Because that's basically how it looks. What if it hits lower now? We would come on the bottom side of the inverted head and shoulders pattern. And what if we have a drop down to like the 42 cent level? That is possible. This is possible here. Now that the broadening wedge is drawing out now, before it was back in here, now it's actually consolidated a lot here, so we'll see. Or we go like we did, and we play it more like this, but still, that, even giving ourselves that room, that's about as low as you can go. I mean, you really can't bring it up any higher. So we'll see. We'll see if 44 cent holds. At the bottom of the broadening wedge, now it appears it's around not even 432. It appears that the 422 levels come into play here now. That's very interesting. Let me go through the Ken, my bad, I forgot the like button. No problem, Ken. I appreciate that. Thanks, come on in for the great breakdown. Tanya is indeed dedicated, sneaking off to the bathroom to watch. I can't not smile at that. Let's see. Mo Money, what's good, fam? What's going on, my friend? Jose, watch, recycle, repeat. Watch the content, recycle to friends and family, and come back and watch the next update. Indeed. Mark Harris, no problem. And come on in, says, who else is giving great breakdowns like this? Yep, that's right, no one. I know. I understand, that's why I do it. Crypto Scrooge, come on in. Number one, bro. Only T-Speak at 222. Yes, sir. Make sure you watch Crypto Solo Scrooge over there on YouTube as well. He's born and bred here. Like, you know how in basketball you've got coaches that are off the coaching tree? He's right off the bread line with us. He's right off the tree of the community of T-Speak, of the Tom's Army, of the TFAM. He found his voice here. He said, I'm going to take the challenge and I'm going to incorporate some of the stuff I know. So go take a look at him. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at with XRP, folks. That's basically what I got. My voice is we've covered a lot of stuff the last couple days. So I do appreciate everyone. It's your last chance. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, which we're doing great. We have 60 likes, 51 people watching. It's your last chance to join Tom's Army. Send a YouTube super chat or just say goodbye. It's as simple as that. because I gotta go start getting dinner and stuff ready too. Born and bred here, brother, for sure. Yes, indeed. XR Peaky, welcome, and make sure you watch this from the beginning. It was another great live, and I can't thank all of you enough. I mean it sincerely. I have a lot of friends in real life because, you know, I went through a lot when I was younger, broke my back and stuff, yada, yada, yada. You know, you see who the real people are, and you see the way people are kind of conditioned. So I mean this. When I say I'm here amongst my friends, I mean that. That's how I look at each and every one of you. So being my friends, I'm going to look after you. So remember, positivity over negativity. That's one message we can all move on with today. It certainly is hitting the 20-day right now in the 4-hour time frame. Absolutely, that's why we have to break that threshold. We talked about that. Make sure you go back and watch this live. It's been covered many times. I 100% agree. But positivity over negativity. We have that positive mindset so we can make, you know, a non-emotional decision. So on the charts, we let the charts decide what's going to happen and let it dictate our perception of what we're seeing. And also in the real world, if you have positivity, remember, the biggest mistake I used to make when we had even 14,000 subscribers is we had 14,000 different energies. I was being affected by them all. I realized now at 16,500 a little while ago that it's not about all the other energies. It's about me letting my energy illuminate into the audience, and then you guys will grasp on to the positivity, and then we'll have a very positive and inclusive environment. So it's up to me to put out that positivity instead of negativity and giving you guys all the information so we're not the victim. As long as we don't play the victim and we play the winner, remember, the winner's mindset, you make winning plays in the worst of times. So I thank each and every one of you. I want to thank you all for being my friends here and for believing in my cause and being a part of Tom's Army here and just being a part of the community in general. So let me just say bye to everybody I see at the top. Crypto Scrooge, have a good one, my friend. Rye, welcome. Ryes are all awesome indeed. Crypto Scrooge, have a good one. XO Peaky, Mark, come on in. Mark Savage, Axel, Jose, Ken, Tanya, Miss Vicky, welcome in, love. I didn't even see you sneak in here. Anytime I made it today, you were truly the best. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Hopefully you were able to see the live from yesterday. That was probably one of the best lives I've ever done. That was the best live I've ever done. Jordan, have a good one. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Until tomorrow, or on tonight's later update, stay blessed, everybody. Remember to give thanks to the Lord and Savior.